hello, everyone. How is everyone doing today? I know my name is Sharice Johnson Moore, and I am a publishing consultant and visibility coach. And welcome to our post-publishing Power Moves 30-day events here live on YouTube. And we are on day 8. We are on day 8, baby. We on day 8, and it is good that we on day 8. And today's topic, we are talking about content ideas from your book. Content ideas from your book. I know that I never gave this a thought when I came up with my first book. When I came up with my first book, this was not an idea I had thought of. And the more stuff I learned, the more stuff I had learned, being a author and things of that nature, it surprised me about how many things that I could take from my content of my book and turn it into a topic for a live broadcast or something like that. So I want to say hello, beautiful people, and welcome to day 8 of Post-Publishing Power Moves, your daily dose of strategy, encouragement, and bold moves for taking your author journey to the next level. I'm Sharice Johnson Moore, and if you're new here, let me say this, right? I believe your story is not just a book. It's a divine assignment. It is a divine assignment. And I help purpose-driven authors turn their message into a movement that transforms lives, builds legacy, and creates kingdom impact. Okay? I help purpose-driven authors to turn their message into a movement that transforms lives, builds legacies, and create kingdom impact. So today's topic is something I know many of you may need this topic. It is content ideas from your book. Content ideas from your book. Now, you write the book and you now you have to put it, now you have to really pull all of the gold from the pages and use it to grow your visibility and impact. You wrote that book, but now you've got to pull out the gold from those pages and use it to grow your visibility and impact. Okay? So, I'm not going to be before you long, and I wanted to say that, that your book is a plethora of content. Your book is a plethora of content. You may not think so, but it is. It is a plethora of content. It is filled with diamond clustered gold nuggets. And sometimes, it is a bank of information, your book is a content bank, where it is like a library. It's almost like a library. It's a library. Think of your book as a content library. Every chapter, subheading, quote, a story can be turned into the following: blog posts, short videos, carousel posts, live stream topics, and podcast episodes, right? Your content can be turned into blog posts, short videos, carousel posts, live stream topics, and podcast episodes. So start skimming through your chapters and highlighting, 1 to 3 to 5 takeaways per action, right? you can skim through your book and create content in these forms for posting on your social media platforms or your live stream topics. Okay? Now, we also want to do this. We want to break down each chapter into micro lessons. Okay? You can break down each chapter into micro lessons. Okay? Each chapter can birth multiple micro content pieces. Like let's say we take chapter 2 is about overcoming fear. Okay? Say we have chapter 2 is about overcoming fear. You could turn that into like a reel that explains 3 ways I face fear as a new author. Ideal. A Facebook post. An excerpt with a call to action. Like I could take my book. I'll give y'all this example. Okay. So if I want to make a Facebook post, I could take out my excerpt of my poem in the back. It's called Once Upon a Time, and give some of the poem in the post and put a call to action is if you would like to read the rest of this poem, you can purchase the book, an autographed copy, a ebook, a paperback. You can, and give them the links of where they can purchase the book at, for those three settings. Ebook, paperback, if it's a hardback, if it's an audio book, you can do that as well with an audio book. Pull out some of the speaking points and make it a Facebook post. You can also do a YouTube short, okay? A 1-minute story. I could take my poem in the back. It's called Once Upon a Time, right? And I could take that poem and turn it into a 1-minute story. And give context about why did I write this poem? What was the moving factor for you to write the poem? Things of that nature. And you could take those 3 pieces of content from just one idea, right? That one poem, I could do all 3 of these things with. Okay. Use reader questions and reviews. We all, we go through, I'll say this, go through your readers' feedback on your Amazon reviews, on maybe someone sent you one in a DM, maybe someone sent you one in a letter, someone emailed you a review about your book, your feedback, review feedback, and they sent you maybe one in an email or something, right? And you could turn common questions into Q&A videos, Instagram stories, email newsletters. You could do those 3 things when you use the readers' questions and reviews. You could do that as well. So, and this keeps you connected to your audience while building trust. It keeps you connected to your audience while building trust. Okay. Another one is you can create content that leads to offers. You can create content that leads to offers. So here's the key. Don't just create the content. Create content that leads to your programs or leads to your events or leads to your services, right? Okay, so I'll give you an example. I created this content, this 30-day post-publishing power moves, 30-day events to lead you into the Publish Now What free webinar, right? And then the free webinar will be introducing the actual course. And I will be taking signups for the course during the webinar. That's content that leads to offers. So this post-publishing power move leads you to the Publish Now What free webinar, and then it will lead you in the webinar, will lead you to the actual course sign up. Okay. So if your book is about healing after divorce, or if you're offering coaching, your content could naturally lead people there. It should lead them there. Say, you have an anthology. You got an anthology, and your anthology speaks. You have a live broadcast every day of how important this anthology is, and what type of authors you are looking for this particular anthology that you're having. Your live broadcast could lead them into signing up for the anthology. Okay? Your content is a bridge between your book and your brand. Your content is a bridge between your book and your brand. So, me being a visibility coach, this program is for my brand. It is geared towards people, authors that are aspiring authors. It leads to first-time authors. It even leads to experienced authors that may want to brush up on some things, in their author career. So my content is as my brand. My brand is talking about visibility. This is my visibility portion of the brand. So like I said, we have 4 points. 4 points. Your book is a content bank. Your book is a content bank. Break down each chapter into micro lessons. Break down each chapter into micro lessons, right? Number 3, use reader questions and reviews. Use reader questions and reviews, okay? Number 4, create content that leads to an offer. Create content that leads to an offer. And I wanted to say these are our four content ideas from your book that you can create. You can create just from your book. Okay, so like I said, I was not gonna be before you long, and if this, if this little fine your pen, you don't want to miss the Publish Now What free webinar coming up on Saturday, September the 6th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't want to miss it. It is a free webinar. I'm inviting all of the authors that need help in their author careers, in your author career, whether you're aspiring, a first-time author, or a experienced author, because I invite experienced authors into this event because you can give us your input. I don't mind sharing my platform with others, because it's called collaboration. So if other experienced authors I see come in the room, I will ask them to give their input on the topic we're talking about, for that day, and Publish Now What free webinar starts September the 6th. Okay. It starts September the 6th, and it is very important that, that show up for yourself. You're author, and you are kind of don't know which way to go, don't know which way to turn or what to do first. And I've kind of when I had done this at first, I put the course together and everything together. I've been revamping it. So it's a lot of new stuff inside of the Publish Now What free webinar that you will receive. It is a 4-day event. It is September the 6th, the 13th, the 20th, and the 27th. You can sign up for one or you can sign up for all. That is your decision. And I would greatly love if you came in, you came in and did join us. Join us. You never get too you never get too old to learn anything new. And I want to help authors avoid the most common post-publishing mistakes. Avoid the most common post-publishing mistakes. I'll give you an example of that in the meeting, in our webinar, of some that I have made in my career and how you can avoid them. Build your platform with confidence. I want to teach you how to build your platform with confidence. I want to turn your book into a tool for visibility and income. Plus, we're going to have some giveaways, some author tools, and some live coaching. We're going to be up and doing the thing, okay? And I wanted to say that it is very important that you come out and really get into, making it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? Making it do what it do. Make it do what it do. All right. I will put this in the okay. All right. So this is the link for the Publish Now What free webinar starting in September. I want you all to be able to sign up. If we're gonna have some giveaways. We're gonna have a lot of giveaways. We're gonna have some the prizes. I have two major prizes giving away. One is a one-on-one publishing strategy session, and the other one is a one-on-one visibility session. So there are two major prizes I'm giving away. They are valued at 500 a piece. 500 a piece. That's how much value they have to them, because I throw a lot into what I teach. Okay, so and we'll sit down, make a plan, come up with a marvelous strategy for your publishing needs and your visibility needs as well. Those are just the two prizes that I'm giving away. And some other things I'm going to give away, things like that, author tools, pre-publishing, what's that form? It's a pre-publishing checklist. Okay, that's another one I'm giving away. Pre-publishing checklist. Okay. And there's some other things I'm gonna give away. I have a box of jewelry. I do not know if y'all how could I say this? That I have some jewelry to give away. That will be a part of the giveaway as well. I have 35 pieces of jewelry to give away. So I will give 8 pieces away in each setting. 8 pieces of jewelry in each setting. I will give them away. You gotta come in and be a part of what's going on in the Publish Now What free webinar. And and thing is, I want you to come gain some knowledge, get some understanding, and we are going to really deep dive into this topic of being a published author. Okay, we're going to deep dive into what it really means to be a published author. Okay, so your book is more than words on a page. I'll let you know, your words is more than words on a page. Okay, it's a message, it's a mission, it's it's content that can change lives every single day. Think about what you write and what your story is about and how impactful it can be when it is told in its entirety in a book. Okay. And, so let your content serve you. Let your content make money for you. Let your content put you in rooms where you didn't think you were gonna be. Or put you on stages you didn't think you were how could I say this? We didn't think we were worthy of, but God knows. God knows, God knows, God knows. Okay? So, and I want to say that I will be back here tomorrow. I know I'm kind of early. And I want to say I'd rather be early than late. Okay? I'd rather be early than late. So, I want you to, come back and join us tomorrow at 6 p.m. for day 9 of the post-publishing power moves. All right, babies? I love you all, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. All right? Y'all have a good night. All right. Bye-bye.